Hello dear viewers, welcome to this special interview coming to you live on SBC from South Sudan capital Juba. My name is Majur Cholkor, and in this special interview we're going to talk about awareness on the importance of copyright bill in the Republic of South Sudan. And joining me right here in this interview is none other than Deng Aling. Deng Aling's work for Hope Society South Sudan. Is the founder and CEO of Hope Society South Sudan. And also not forgetting Al-Fateh Atem, representative from the Ministry of Culture, Museums and National Heritage. Gentlemen, allow me to say it, I'm profoundly honored and exceedingly humbled to have you right here in this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Just to begin with, then let's talk about copyright bill. This will sound like a new thing to South Sudanese. Yes, people have been hearing that, about copyright and all this. Can you give the overview of what copyright bill means?
Thank you once again, Mudu. And for the copyright, it's a project that was started in 2019 by the UNESCO with support from the EU, and it is supporting the cultural frameworks in South Sudan so that it can also strengthen the cultural and creative industries in the country. And as you know, since the independence up to now, we don't have a bill or the laws that are protecting and regulating the work in the field of culture. And the project has started, especially in 2021, and due to COVID-19, the interaction didn't go that far. And the national team was selected by the Ministry of Culture, from the Ministry and also from the CSOs, the stakeholders, and then also from the academia. So these members were working with the consultant, which is an international expert, and who have been guiding people on how the bill should be and what should be contained and what should not be contained. So the general view is that the copyright bill or the copyright is a work of mine, just as the intellectual property, because it is part of the intellectual property rights and it is a work of mine. So this bill is so important to South Sudanese and especially to the cultural and creative industries, because it will guide the work and it will give each and everyone their rights.
Okay. Tim, it's good to have you on SNBC. You can briefly talk also about the role of the ministry. What can you say about what you know about the bill, and is it already tabled in the ministry?
Thank you, SBC, and thank you, Major, for this opportunity. I think as soon as it's clear the role of the government in this kind of bills. Bills is like a law, it becomes like a law, and I think that there's a process can be taken, like take it to the Council of Ministers and then to the Parliament, and then they pass it and then they become like a law. So the role of the ministry in this is like to also continue creating awareness about this bill, so people should understand what is it, and also bringing all these artists together, like musicians, drama artists, and also writers, bring them together and organize them in unions or associations so they can know who is who, and they understand their rights. And also we don't have to forget that musicians, there's important like neighboring rights also, and also this has to be considered. Those people who wrote the songs and they play the music, and also they have their own rights in these things. Copyright is not about just like passing a law and just take it to the parliament, and that is also about how to implement it. You need to have like a commission for copyrights, and you have to like have offices so that people can regulate the activities of the copyright and how to register and how to have a license. It's not, I don't want to say license, but how kind of just copyrighted your products, because this, as they said, it's a mind work.
Yes, in simple terms.
Yeah.
How can you describe copyright in simple terms?
Copyright is like know your rights. That's only your rights. Right? And you know how can you deal with it, because sometimes people, they have ideas, but they cannot just go and apply it somewhere else. So they can just ask somebody to come and work for them, or they can sell it, or can loan it, or can borrow it to somebody else. So this is also like for those who don't like those poets, and just like have like a cultural, what you call it, properties in their mind or in their head. Those also they have to know that this can be protected. Whatever you come to your mind, even those like do the woodwork, and also those old ladies who do like pottery work, all these things that can be protected, but it's your work, it's your effort, and you use your mind to come out with it.
Then maybe in regard to the descriptions of what copyright is, if you have anything to add.
Any work that is created by you, either you compose a song, or even you make an artwork, or you shoot the video, this all is copyrighted. And there are so many ways of protecting it. Maybe we'll come to it later on. And this bill is suggesting that how we can protect the copyright of the creators, of the writers, of the artists, of the actors, dancers, and everyone. So the bill is actually trying to organize and regulate the work, even the use of the work. Because when there's a work, how you can use it, there should be also an agreement between you and the other party who's going to use it. Like if you shoot a video and then it want to be aired either on SSBC or anywhere, there should be an agreement between the owner, the first owner, which is the author, and also between the user. And this all is in the bill, and it is also mentioned there.
Okay. Since the launching of the copyright bills, when you launch it here in Juba, can you talk about maybe the process made right now? How far is with the process of the copyright bill for South Sudan?
So the bill was launched, the awareness raising was launched. The UNESCO gave the funding to Hope Society, the national NGO, to do the awareness raising on the importance of the copyright bill. Because now the bill is at the last stage, it is now at the Ministry of Justice, and expected also to go to the Ministry, the Council of Ministers, and then as I mentioned before, it will be taken to the Parliament and passed to be a law. And so before it is going to get there, so people have to be aware of the bill, of what is coming, so that they know when it is passed into a law, that they can already know what they have to do, what are the obligations, and what are their rights. So the Hope Society got the support to do the work, and the project was called also support for new regulatory frameworks to strengthen the cultural and creative industries in South Sudan. And this one also, because it helps the cultural and creative industries, it is also the filmmaking, the video making, also writing, craft making is all part of the creative, cultural and creative industries. And South Sudan is promising in that field, but up to now it has not been used, at least economically. That people who have talent and those who can make a living out of it are not getting much support and much training. So we have been doing training on the bill so that everyone knows the stakeholders. That's why we launched it in Dubai in July, and then we had a training with the stakeholders. We also were selected from different groups. We had musicians, we had also writers, and everyone. We attended 2-day training in Dubai, and then also we went to WOW. We had also one day consultation meeting, consultation with the cultural practitioners there in WOW. And also they learned about the bill, and they had their comments. Because since it is still bill, also the addendum can be added. And people have so many feedbacks on the bill and how it should be. Then we came back to Juba, and also in August, the consultant has been working with international city, who has been working on the bill, also came, and he had a 2-day also consultation with the cultural practitioners. And it went there, because also a roadmap was made. I mean the plan for how to push for the bill to be passed, because we also, the sooner it is passed, the better, so that it can help to organize and also to make the field of work in the country.
As per the artwork is concerned, who owns the ownership of the copyright?
Okay, according to the bill, it says first it describes the author, and it says that the author is the first creator and the owner of the work. Like for instance, if I write an article, because I'm a writer, so I will use more examples on the articles, and maybe I tell you what he's good at. So when you write an article, and it means that you are the owner, and you are the author, and you are the owner, the first owner of it. But as to register this one, it has to be tangible. Like you can write it on a computer, and then you print it out. So you share it, or even you put it in a disk, and then you can share it with the council. Once the council is established, which is the Copyright Council of South Sudan, that will go and register. The same thing also it goes with the composing songs, or even the video making and crafts making. Any work that you do creatively, and you being the first creator, that makes you the author. So that's the author. And also there are so many works that even there are some work that are generated by the computer are also added as part of it, and like making video games, like even the graphic design, video editing, all this. So when you're doing the work for the first time, you are the owner. There are some places that there are some conditions that you cannot be the owner when the work is commissioned. Like if I ask maybe to write for us a play or a drama, and then we pay him for that. So once we get the work and we paid him for that, that means what he transferred the rights to us as the Hope Society. So we'll be the owners of the work, but also we still mention him that the team is the right or is the author, and then we will use the work. But apart from that, anyone who created the work first is the owner and is the author.
Okay, as the ministry is concerned, how do you protect the owners of the copyright?
Because there will be a law concerning the copyright. So when you just come with your work and it's like it fits all the requirements to be like a work, like a song or a poem. Because you cannot just like protect like a work that can be against the people of South Sudan or against the country or against the government, or maybe against the government, we don't mind, but not against the culture or the country. So it's become, I think that will be like also like become like a committee for selection, select what is to be copyrighted and what is not to be copyrighted. Maybe they can ask the author to go and improve this, because the copyright cannot just bring anything, can be brought to the copyright council to be registered or to be protected. So it has to be some requirement for that, and that I think that the government will put the requirement, or the council of the copyright.
So does it mean that if one is an artist, maybe doing artwork, artistic work, drawing, or maybe composing the songs, assume one is having his videos and then they upload them on a social media platform like YouTube, then other people go and copy them and use them. Now, does this person need to come to the ministry and say this person has taken my right, or what is going to protect that? Like, there is a software?
I think that there will be like process for this, and also like uploading your work on the social media or in the public. Where you have to just set it there in the film or in your work. This work being protected by the copyright laws in South Sudan. You have to mention that. But some people like they put the inite like copyright free. They call it copyright free, that everybody can take it, can use it.
Dear viewers, thank you so much for following this edition of these special programs on SABC. My name is Majur Cholkor, and in this edition we are talking about awareness on the importance of copyright bill. Copyright bill is a bill that talks about your right on artwork that you do, either being an artist, you can be someone who do production, filmings, all these works depend with what you do. And also talking about the writers, people who write novels, books, the journals and other things. So as copyright is concerned, now it is being tabled in the Ministry of Culture, and yet to find out when is it going to be make as law of the Republic of South Sudan. This is what we are discussing right here, and my guests remain as Deng Aling, the CEO and founder of Hope Society, and Alpati Atem, the representative from the Ministry of Culture. Let's have a break. We'll be right back shortly. Welcome back, dear viewers. Thank you so much for following this special interview on SABC. Gentlemen, allow me to say it. Welcome back. You did mention that government is going to put in some procedures on how young people should apply, get registered, get some document, either being named, licensed, or whatever name that will be given to them. When are we expecting that?
I think that after this copyright bill like passed by the parliament, I think that the regulation will be in place. Now waiting for the become like a law, and then you can ask people to come and apply for registering their work. Everybody, if you have like some intellectual properties you want to protect it, you just come and register it.
Is there is hope that these things will happen soon?
You don't know. We don't know. Even in the ministry, we don't know how long this will take in the parliament to be passed, because the parliament now they're busy with other like priorities for the country. But this is also, we can push.
Let me come to Deng Aling. Deng, what do you think are the legal implications on someone who copy another person's work?
Okay, according to the bill, before even I go to the bill, let me just go back to what Ken was saying.
Yeah.
Like when you publish a work online, either on social media or YouTube or any platform, according to the bill, it mentions that also the internet providers, service providers, ISP, they will have a role that they play. Like, okay, like you have a video clip that is yours, you upload it, and then someone came also and claimed that it is theirs and put it on. So the internet provider will be also will be contacted and told that this one should be taken down. And in some countries it's only for 24 hours, but in the bill it is mentioned that it should be 72 hours. So like the internet service providers are given 72 hours to take down the content. And if they fail, then the other procedures will be taken. Concerning the copyright in general, according to the bill also, it says that there are penalties. There is fair use, first of all. There's fair use. Fair use is that when you agree, like you have a work, the book may need to be published or republished, an artwork that is selling, or even a song, that there should be an agreement, as I mentioned before, between the owner and the other party that's going to use it. Also, there is also the producer and the reproducer. So if work finishes, like you print 100 copies, let's say, and then they finish, you have to reproduce again, there should be also an agreement. So the bill suggests that anyone who violates the rights of any of the provisions that I mentioned, there should be a penalty. And this penalty, some of them is 30 points and some are 40 points. So a point is equivalent to 25,000 SSP, and that one will be done by the competent court, of course, because they will go to the court and then it will be seen. The judge will decide what to do. And then also there's imprisonment for the infringement, for someone who did the infringement. So it's called infringement. So someone who did infringement, and if it is proved, then they either pay compensation or they go into jail for some time, because it's mentioned there some are 2 years and some are 4 years. But in general, the law also says that no one should use any work of anyone without the crime.
What do you think the ministry and the other peoples in the Republic of South Sudan, the writers, should do as they continue to wait on the bill to be enacted as maybe one of the laws of the Republic of South Sudan?
Very, very interesting question, because everybody will ask themselves the same thing. But in our constitution, there's an article that said that I think that article number 12. They said that if certain laws didn't pass by the parliament, they can go back to the old laws, like from the old Sudan. That's what many ministries and many use the old laws that's already there. So the old laws that has a copyright. So I think that if you have any problems, believe that somebody, you can just go to the nearest police station and open a case. Also, there's one thing I want to add to this, because many people they don't like release their work because they're fearing some people can just take it and adapt it because there's no laws to protect them. And that also, like when they pass the copyright, everybody will be free to release and disseminate their work.
Okay, thank you so much. Then let's talk about Hope Society. What is Hope Society currently doing to making sure that this bill become the law?
Our task was only one, which is to do the awareness raising on the copyright bill. And so far we have done well, because we managed to engage everyone, almost everyone, because we engage the artists, engage the visual artists, we engage also the actors, dancers, writers, and even filmmakers and producers. So we brought them together, either in WOW or in Juba. So we had also some campaigns on social media, which are also meant for the awareness raising. And yeah, we did a lot of people, and we even received feedback, so many, concerning the bill. And we can see that it's of interest to people. Everybody is almost interested in the bill, and they want to know more about the bill. And also we are hoping that it can be passed soon. And because we already know that culture has never been a priority in the country, and we hope this time at least the decision makers and also the parliament, they take a look at this. If they manage to pass it before the end of this year, that actually would be great, because it will help everyone. Because having a law that organizes the work in the public sphere is for the benefit of everyone. We know that already there is a media law outside, and it is helping a lot to organize the work in the media. So the same thing with the copyright. Once it is passed, it will help before it become law. And some of the provisions even of the bill is that, like, it protects the work of the author for 70 years. So, like, for you, majority, if you publish a book one day, it will be protected for 70 years after your death. Like, if you publish a book, it states you and then you live for 30 years. So after you die, then it is protected for 70 years. So those who are coming after you will inherit the income that is generated from the work, from the book that you have produced, and also from the work that is being done until it becomes public. Another point is also that the bill protects the folklore, because we know that we have so many folk tales in the country, and the country is rich with so many cultural ways of expression, and the bill protects it. It says that no one can use any of the folklore without getting permission from either from the ministry or from the copyright council. This one will regulate, and will also regulate the work that is being done, because we have so many songs that are already well known in the country now, and they are the property of people in South Sudan. So these ones you cannot just come an artist and then maybe you do some remix or even make some changes, then you go and sing them under your name. So that's not going to happen. And another thing also protects even the folk tales. You cannot just get the stories like the ones that people used to say when at night when they sit around the fire. So these one are the folk tales, and they belong to the people. So you cannot just go and write them down and then you claim that they are yours. So these are all protected under the bill. And the Hope Society also with support from other, and in collaboration with other partners who are the main stakeholders of the bill, will also continue to push so that the bill is passed sooner. We wanted to come back from the Minister of Justice so that it go to the Council of Ministers, and from there also go to Parliament so that it can be passed. So far, the bill has been at the Ministry of Justice for long now, almost 2 months. So far there has not been improvement, and just the bill is still there. So we actually want to come back sooner, at least to the Ministry of Culture, then to go to the Council of Ministers, because this one it will fasten, it will make the process faster than that it can be passed. After it is passed, also the implementation is going to be another challenge.
What can you say as your maybe last message to the people of South Sudan, because of time, and especially the people who are involved in the hard works?
I think that is a good news for the country, and it's good news also for all these artists and intellectuals who wrote, who write books and who write songs and who write poems. I think that is a good chance for them also to come out in their own thing. And I think that the people of South Sudan, they should support this, and they support their favorite musicians to come out with their stuff and go ahead with it. You don't have to hide it. And I think that maybe also we encourage also the radio stations also to give a chance for all the South Sudanese music.
We urge the Ministry of Justice and everyone out there to help push so that the bill will be passed soon into law. Once it's passed into law, it will help us.
Thank you so much. And dear viewers, thank you so much for following these editions on SBC. My name is Majur Cholkor, and we have been talking about the awareness on the importance of copyright bill in the Republic of South Sudan. My guest has been Denga Ling, the CEO and founder of Hope Society South Sudan, and Atem, representative from the Ministry of Culture, Museum and National Heritage. For me and my guests, allow me to say thank you so much for making it to SBC, and I really do appreciate your time.
Thank you.
God bless you.